My fiancé texted, "My friends think your proposal was boring. You need to do it again, publicly." I texted back, "Good idea." What I did publicly was not what she expected. The Facebook post had 10,000 reactions in an hour. Original post. I, 32 male, proposed to Jessica, 29, 3 months ago. We'd been together 4 years, lived together for 2. I thought I did it right. Sunset at the state park where we had our first kiss, just the 2 of us. Her grandmother's diamond reset in a custom setting she'd admired months earlier. She cried, said yes, we were both so happy. Or so I thought. Last Tuesday I got this text while at work. "Jessica, been talking with the girls. They all think your proposal was super boring and private. Nobody even saw it. You need to do it again, properly this time. Publicly. Make it special. Rachel's boyfriend did a flash mob. Megan got proposed to at a baseball game on the Jumbotron. I deserve that too." I stared at my phone for a solid minute. Boring? The place where we first kissed was boring? The ring I spent 4 months designing was boring? Me, you want me to propose again? In public? Yes, this weekend at the farmer's market would be perfect. All my friends will randomly be there. Make it memorable. Good idea. Really? OMG, yes. Saturday 11 a.m. Don't disappoint me. I put my phone down and made a decision. She wanted public, she wanted memorable, she'd get it. Spent Tuesday night going through 4 years of receipts, screenshots, and memories. Wednesday I typed up something special. Thursday I called off the engagement officially, just hadn't told her yet. Friday I prepared my public spectacular. Saturday morning, Jessica was practically vibrating with excitement. Full makeup, new dress, fresh manicure. Her whole squad was obviously in on it. I saw at least 6 of them, casually, shopping near the market's main plaza. At 11 a.m. sharp, I stood up on the fountain edge. Jessica's face lit up. Her friends started recording. "Excuse me, everyone," I called out. "I have something important to share." The crowd gathered. Jessica was beaming, hands over her mouth, in practiced surprise. 3 months ago, I proposed to this woman in private, at the place where we first kissed. Apparently, that wasn't good enough because it wasn't public entertainment for her social media. Jessica's smile froze. She demanded I do it again. Publicly. So here we are. I pulled out my phone. "I'd like to read something I posted on Facebook this morning. It already has 10,000 reactions." Her face went white. Title, "Why I'm Ending My Engagement, a Public Service Announcement." I read clearly, projecting my voice. 3 months ago, I proposed to Jessica privately. This week, she called it boring and demanded a public redo for social media content. So let me be public about this. The crowd was dead silent. Jessica tried to grab my arm. I stepped back and continued. "During our 4 years together, I paid her student loans, $31,000. I covered rent when she quit 3 jobs to find herself, 16 months total. I funded her failed MLM ventures, approximately $8,000 lost. I canceled a job opportunity abroad because she threatened to harm herself if I left. I discovered last month she's been telling people I'm controlling for wanting a prenup." People were pulling out their phones now. Jessica's friends were backing away. But the real kicker? 2 weeks ago, she told her sister I was marriage material, not fun material, and that she planned to keep her ex as a friend after marriage. Screenshots included in my Facebook post. "Stop," Jessica screamed. "You're humiliating me." "You wanted public, Jessica. This is public." "Oh, and the ring?" I pulled out the box. "Your grandmother's diamond is safe. I had it removed and will return it to your family. This ring is cubic zirconia, just like this relationship. Fake shiny nonsense for show." I tossed the box at her feet. To everyone watching, documentation of everything I've said is on my Facebook. To Jessica's friends recording this, hope it goes viral. And Jessica? You wanted memorable. Is this memorable enough? I walked away. Behind me, I heard her shrieking, her friends trying to calm her down, and at least one person slow clapping. By the time I got home, the video was already on TikTok. Update 1 3 days later. Holy crap, this exploded. The farmer's market video has 2.8 million views on TikTok. Someone edited it with that "oh no" audio and it's everywhere. But the entitlement train hasn't stopped. It's accelerated. Sunday morning, day after the market incident, I woke up to 47 missed calls. Not from Jessica, from her mom, Patricia. This woman has always been intense. Finally answered on call 48. How dare you humiliate my daughter like that? You're a monster. She demanded a public proposal. I gave her a public response. She deserves an apology and the real ring back. That was a family heirloom. The stone was. It's been removed, and I'll return it to your family. The setting I paid for stays with me. You're legally required to give it back. It's an engagement ring. The engagement she effectively ended when she called it boring and demanded a performance. I'm done discussing this. We're suing you for emotional distress and defamation. Everything I said was true and documented. Good luck with that. Hung up. But Patricia wasn't done. Within hours, she'd started a smear campaign on Facebook, posted in every local community group about how I was abusive and stole from her daughter. The problem? People had seen the video. The comments weren't going her way. Ma'am, your daughter sounds entitled AF. He paid her student loans and she called him boring? Team Fountain Guy. Then came Monday. I get to work and HR wants to see me. My stomach dropped. Apparently, Jessica had called claiming I was creating a hostile work environment. Because we'd met at a company event 4 years ago, she demanded they fire me. HR lady looked tired. Look, we've seen the video. We've seen your documentation. She doesn't even work here. We just need to document that we spoke to you. Don't do anything on company time or property, that's it. But the real kicker came Tuesday morning. Jessica showed up at my apartment with 3 friends and her brother Kevin. 25M, thinks he's tough because he goes to the gym. I watched through my Ring camera as they pounded on the door. Jessica, open up. I know you're in there. We need to talk. Yeah, bro, be a man and face her. I called through the speaker. You're on private property. Leave or I'm calling the cops. Jessica started crying, but not sad crying, angry, entitled crying. You owe me. 4 years. 4 years of my life. You can't just publicly dump me. You publicly demanded I repropose. You got a public response. Dude, just give her the ring and we'll leave. The fake one? She has it. The stone's being mailed to Patricia certified mail. Now leave. You're gonna regret this. Jessica's dad knows lawyers. So do I. And mine has all the documentation of Jessica's demands and my response. Last warning before I call 911. They left, but not before Kevin kicked my door, on camera, and Jessica keyed my neighbor's car thinking it was mine. I park in the garage. She knew that, but was apparently too emotional to think straight. My neighbor was pissed. He'd seen the video too, though, so when he called the cops, he was on my side. Jessica got arrested for vandalism. Kevin got a warning about the door kick. That evening, Jessica posted on Instagram from the police station, when you think you know someone for 4 years and they destroy your life for asking for romance. The comments were brutal. Romance equals demanding a performance? Girl, you fumbled the bag, $31K in student loans paid, and you complained? But my favorite was from her own cousin. Jess, you literally told me last month you were settling for him. This is karma. The entitlement wasn't done, though. Wednesday night, I got a Venmo request from Jessica for $2,500 labeled emotional damage and ring replacement. I declined it and sent her one for $31,000 labeled student loans I paid while you called me boring. She blocked me. Finally. Update 2, 1 week later. The circus continues. This week has been absolutely insane, and Jessica's entitlement has reached heights I didn't think possible. Thursday, Jessica's dad, Robert, called me. Unlike Patricia's screaming, he was calm. Too calm. Son, let's be reasonable here. You've made your point. The internet's had its fun. Now let's discuss making this right. There's nothing to discuss, Robert. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to publicly apologize, say it was a misunderstanding, and we'll all move forward. Jessica will consider taking you back. I actually laughed. She'll consider taking me back? After calling my proposal boring and demanding a circus performance? She's young. She made a mistake. You publicly humiliated her. That's abuse. No, Robert. Abuse was her threatening self-harm when I got a job offer. Abuse was her isolating me from friends she didn't approve of. Posting the truth isn't abuse. I've invested a lot in Jessica's future. Her wedding was supposed to be significant for my business connections. And there it was, the real issue. Jessica had apparently promised some big society wedding to boost Daddy's networking. Robert, I'm prepared to offer you $50,000 to take her back and do this properly. Are you trying to buy me? Robert, I'm trying to solve a problem. My daughter's reputation affects my business. Should have raised her better then. Goodbye, Robert. But Friday was when things went nuclear. I woke up to my LinkedIn flooded with connection requests and messages. Jessica had made a TikTok crying about how she was now unemployable because of the viral humiliation. She claimed I'd destroyed her career prospects and was financially abusing her by not continuing to support her. The problem? She'd never really had a career. In 4 years, she'd had 6 jobs, quitting each one for various reasons. Boss was mean, asked her to show up on time. Work was toxic. They expected her to actually work. Environment was hostile. They didn't appreciate her Instagram breaks. But her video went viral too, and not in the way she hoped. People found her other social media, her Instagram full of luxury goods that I'd paid for. Her tweets about manifest your dream life, queens, and never settle for less than you deserve. The TikTok from 2 months ago where she bragged about getting me to pay for her best friend's bachelorette party in Miami because he doesn't know how to say no to me lol. Someone made a compilation video. It got 5 million views. Saturday morning, plot twist. Kevin showed up alone. No pounding on the door this time, just knock normally. Dude, can we talk? Like actually talk? I opened the door but didn't let him in. What do you want, Kevin? He looked uncomfortable. Look, I'm sorry about the door and about everything. I didn't know the full story. And now you do? Jess has been living with our parents since you split. It's been educational. She demanded Mom make her breakfast this morning because she was too traumatized to cook, then threw a fit because the eggs were scrambled, not poached. I said nothing. Kevin continued. She's been saying you're abusive and controlling. But she also told Mom you were financially abusive for not paying her credit card this month. The one you never agreed to pay, that she maxed out after you split. Sounds about right. She's also been texting her ex, Brad, telling him you were psycho jealous of him and that's why you humiliated her. Brad screenshot them and posted them. He's married now and his wife wasn't happy about Jessica calling him at 2 a.m. crying about being available again. Why are you telling me this? Kevin sighed. Because my family's insane, and you deserve to know you did the right thing. Also, Jess is planning something. She's been on the phone with some image consultant about fixing her narrative. Just watch out. Sunday, I found out what that meant. Jessica did a podcast interview with some relationship guru who runs a Queens Supporting Queens platform. The entire thing was about surviving narcissistic abuse and recognizing financial manipulation in relationships. She actually said with a straight face that paying her student loans was a form of control because it made her dependent on me. The proposal was designed to isolate her from her support system. And the public breakup was typical narcissistic rage because she'd started standing up for herself. The podcast host ate it up. So brave, so strong. You're an inspiration to women everywhere. Then came the real grift. Jessica announced she was writing a tell-all memoir called Boring Men, Broken Dreams, My Journey from Public Humiliation to Empowerment. She was taking pre-orders at $49.99, promising to expose the dark truth about our relationship and share never-before-seen evidence of my supposed abuse. She set up a whole website with her crying farmer's market photo as the header. The pre-order page had testimonials from her friends about how brave and inspiring she was. Patricia even wrote one calling me a master manipulator who used money to control an innocent young woman. Within hours, the internet investigators went to work. Someone found that the website's testimonials were just copied from other self-help books with names changed. Another person discovered the ISBN number she was using belonged to an already published cookbook about grilling techniques. But the best part? Her sample chapter accidentally included tracked changes showing her friend Kayla's edits. Comments like, "This sounds too fake," and "Nobody will believe he said this," and "Maybe tone down the victim stuff a little," were still visible in the document she uploaded. The literary community roasted her. Book Twitter had a field day. Someone started a parody account writing excerpts from the book that were just increasingly absurd claims. My favorite, He insisted on breathing the same air as me, which I now recognize as atmospheric abuse. Monday morning, she pivoted again. Now she was starting a coaching business for empowering women in toxic relationships. Her first workshop, recognizing financial abuse when his money becomes control. Price, $299 per ticket. The flyer used a photo from the farmer's market, specifically the moment I was reading from my phone, edited to make me look aggressive while she looked victimized. That was too far. I called my lawyer. Final update, 3 weeks later. The legal letter shut down Jessica's consulting business before it started. Turns out using someone's image for commercial purposes without consent while making defamatory claims is legally problematic. Who knew? Jessica responded by having Patricia call me sobbing about ruining Jessica's only chance at independence. The irony of calling her grift attempt independence while demanding I fund her life was lost on them. But the real finale came 2 weeks ago. Jessica's friend Megan, the one with the baseball stadium proposal, reached out. She wanted to meet for coffee. Against my better judgment, I agreed. I owe you an apology, she started. We all encouraged the public proposal thing. We made her feel like yours wasn't good enough. Why? Megan looked ashamed. Honestly, jealousy. Your proposal sounded perfect. Personal, meaningful, thoughtful. But Jessica kept saying she felt left out because we all had these big public moments and stories to tell. We fed into it. She paused, then added. Also, you should know, Brad contacted her first, not the other way around. He saw the farmer's market video and thought she'd be fun now that she was single. When she started talking about getting back together with you for the money, he leaked everything. Wait, she was planning to get back with me? Megan nodded. The plan was public reproposal, huge wedding, wait a year, then divorce with alimony. She literally called it her retirement plan. Her dad was in on it. That's why he offered you money. I sat there, coffee getting cold, processing this. Megan continued. Rachel and I were there when she was coaching with that image consultant. The woman told her to claim abuse for sympathy and donations. Jessica laughed and said, he was so boring, making him sound abusive will be easy. Why are you telling me this? Because it's wrong. And because Jessica's now trying the same thing with another guy. Met him 2 weeks ago. Already talking about marriage. He deserves to know what he's getting into. She gave me his contact info. I reached out, sent him the video and documentation. He thanked me and blocked Jessica that same day. Last week was the grand finale. Jessica made one last-ditch effort. She created a fake Instagram account and DM'd my sister, telling her I was mentally unstable and dangerous and she should check on me. My sister, who'd never liked Jessica, screenshot everything and sent it to me. That was enough for a restraining order. Jessica was served papers at her parents' house. According to Kevin, who texted to apologize again, she had a complete meltdown. Threw things, screamed about the injustice, and then demanded her parents sue me for destroying her life. Robert finally had enough. Told her she had 30 days to get a job and move out. Patricia protested, but Robert was done. His business had actually suffered from the association with the viral video. 2 major clients had pulled out of deals, citing concerns about family values. Yesterday I got a text from an unknown number. It was Jessica, using a friend's phone. You win. Happy? I'm working at Target now. Target. I have a degree. This is your fault. I'll never forgive you for this. I didn't respond. Just added the number to the restraining order documentation. The farmer's market proposal video is still circulating, now with 8.2 million views across platforms. Someone made it into a meme template. When you demand a public proposal, when you get a public response. I'm doing okay. Therapy helped process the relationship patterns I'd ignored. Turns out paying someone's way through life while they call you boring is not, in fact, normal or healthy. Who would have thought? Started dating someone new last month. When I told her about the whole situation on our 3rd date, she laughed and said, please tell me someone saved that video. We watched it together. She high-fived me at the ring reveal. Last night, she asked what I learned from the whole experience. That when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And when someone demands a public spectacle, give them one they'll never forget. She laughed. Remind me never to demand a public proposal. Deal. But just so you know, I'm never proposing again. Next girlfriend gets a discussion about maybe going to City Hall. Sounds perfect. Boring, but perfect. We both laughed. Boring never sounded so good. Oh, and Robert's business? Down 30% last quarter. Turns out when your daughter goes viral for entitlement and you try to buy her way out of it, people notice. Patricia started a blog about mothers suffering from cyberbullying. It has 4 subscribers, all family members. Kevin apologized one more time and we actually grab beers occasionally now. He's a good dude who just got stuck with a problematic sister. And Jessica? Still working at Target, according to Kevin. Still living with her parents. Still posting inspirational quotes about rising from the ashes and queens recognizing their worth. Still single. Funny how that works out.